Hi, I'm Mr. Sneed and this is Math 1. In this video we will go ahead and go over all the things you need to know about my class. First thing we'll talk about is grading. So in this class, tests and projects make up 60% of the grade, followed by homework and participation, which make up 20% of the grade. In class, the students will watch Edpuzzle videos, and that makes up 15% of the grade. For the Edpuzzle videos, for every minute of video time, they receive 1 point credit. And so all my notes are done through videos. And then the last thing is final exam, which makes up 5% of the grade. And if we add those together, hopefully I got this right, but it should be 100%. The next thing I'd like to talk about is homework. So the majority of their homework will be assigned through Delta Math. So the first topic that we had, most of the work was, or all the work was worksheets, and so they got credit for their homework by doing that. But in the rest of it, we will be doing Delta Math. And so these assignments are graded by Delta Math. The students will be given new problems until they correctly complete the designated amount of correct problems. Typically, we assign like 3 problems of each kind, but it depends on the assignment and what the problems are. If the students guess or get 4 problems wrong, they will be required to do an extra problem. If the students, or if the problem is created by the teacher, so if I make it or the assignment's made by one of the other Math 1 teachers, they will get a set amount of attempts before it is marked wrong. So on those types of problems, they want to make sure that if they miss it once or twice, they want to ask for help so that they can get it correct before it gets marked wrong. The other thing to know about homework is assigned. The homework assignments are usually due the next day at the start of the school day. So 8:30 is when they are marked. After 8:30, they're marked late in Delta Math. And what that means is if the assignment is not completed by then and is late, any work done after the late time, they'll receive 75% point value. So if a student completes half an assignment on time, but the rest of it is late, then they will receive full credit on the half that they did on time, and then the problems they do that are late, they will receive 75% credit. So the assignments are usually 10 points, so if they did half on time, they'd get 5 points. And then the other half they would get 2.5 points and gave them 75%. Google Classroom. So Google Classroom, I post everything in Google Classroom from warm-ups, which are done in Delta Math. They get it posts 5 minutes before class starts, and they have 15 minutes in class to make sure they're done. They should hopefully finish it before the 15, but it will stay posted for 15 in case they have difficulties getting on the onto it or whatever from the due to Chromebooks or whatever. The lessons are posted. A worksheet copy is posted in case someone is absent. That way they can print it off at home if they don't have it. Usually I hand out the whole topic notes packet all at once at the beginning. So that really will only happen if they're absent at the end of a chapter going into the next chapter. All my videos are posted through Edpuzzle. Sometimes I post multiple videos. Edpuzzle has changed things so I can post them all in one assignment. In this particular assignment, the point value is 16, so the 5 videos themselves made up 16 minutes of video time. Might take them longer to do it because they have to pause and write stuff down, or it prompts them to answer questions about what they were watching. but the video, those 5 videos themselves, which was today's lesson, should take 16 minutes of running video time. That won't include the pauses. You can also see in here skill practices. So the skills practice is the Delta Math assignment. Last topic, they were listed as worksheets because we were doing worksheets for it. But for the most part, the rest of the year we'll be doing Delta Math, so it'll be listed as skills practice, Delta Math. You can ask them to pull up their Delta Math assignment and you can see how much they've completed. It'll show you a progress bar of how much of that assignment is complete, so that way you can track and see if they're getting their work done. If they do things productively, they should be able to finish their Edpuzzles videos in class and start working on their skills practice in class as well. I think that's all I have for for Google Classroom. Things that they might need: a 1-inch 3-ring binder so that they can keep their notes pages in there and any other paper that is given to them to do math on. A pencil, because it's a math class, so we definitely should use a pencil. The pens in more than one color. Sometimes I color coordinate some of the stuff I do, and so it might be helpful for them to have the colorful pens to follow in suit with the coloring that I use. So those are the things that are recommended for supplies. Calculators, majority of what we do in the class, we use Desmos. So we don't really use the TI 83 and 84 in this class. If they move on and try to get ahead and get into one of the honors classes for math, at that point they might be needing to use those calculators because the AP and IB tests use them. But for this class, they're not necessary. Where to get help? My tutoring is every day at lunch, during the breaks, and before school from 6:50 till 8:20. How can you check up on your student? You can email me. You can go on to Google Classroom and ask them to pull up their assignments. And in the assignment, underneath the title of the assignment in the corner, there is a score, and you can see that. And then you can also look up scores and their overall grade in Parent Portal. Google Classroom I update pretty regularly. I try to roll it into Parent Portal almost every day at this point. So the scores in Parent Portal are pretty accurate on a daily basis. So you can look there. Other than that, I think that's all I have to say.